Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, here I am a representative from Group 2 who will explain material about investment savings from an introductory economic theory course taught by Mr. Eka Hendi Andriansyah. Member of Group 2 are 1. Zafira Yafa Zabrina, 2. Aulia Muswita Ramadina, 3. Aulia Kurniawati, 4. Muhammad Farisani Yahya, 5. Damia Fitri Handayani, 6. Azlia Salsabila Risandri. The material number 1 is definition of consumption. Consumption is the activity of utilizing goods or service to meet the needs of life and satisfy desires. The goods needed to meet the needs of this life depends on the income earned. Goods produced by producer are not only classified into luxury goods and non-luxury goods, but can also be divided into goods to meet basic needs and goods that are classified as non-basic needs. The act of consumption is carried out every day by anyone. The goal is to obtain satisfaction and achieve a level of prosperity in the sense of fulfilling various kinds of needs, both basic and secondary needs, luxury goods, as well as physical and spiritual needs. Number 2 is a factor affecting consumption. A. Economic factors. Number 1 is household income. Number 2, household wealth. 3. Interest rate. B. Demographic factors, amount and composition. C. Social factors, custom, cultural diversity, difference in the nature of society. Number 3. The consumption function was first introduced by John Maynard Keynes. The consumption function has several special properties according to Keynes' assumption, namely, A. There is a certain absolute consumption to maintain life even though you do not have money income. B. Consumption is related to disposable income. If the disposable income increases, consumption will also increase, although in a smaller amount. C. The proportion of unique income that is ready to be spent on consumer is constant. Consumption function curve features. A. The consumption curve has a positive slope. This means that when income Y increase, consumption C also increase. B. The consumption curve intersect the Z-axis above zero. This means that even though income is zero, consumption is still positive. For example, unemployed, children, people who are old and have no income continue to consume even though they have no income. C. Consumption cannot be zero. This means that even if you don't have income, you still have to consume it either by borrowing or withdrawing your savings. Number 4. Marginal propensity to consume, MPC. MPC or marginal propensity to consume is the ratio of the increase in consumption, AC, with the increase in disposable income, IE, obtained. The MPC shows how much consumption will increase if disposable income increases by 1 unit. The amount of additional consumption caused by additional income is called the marginal propensity to consume, or MPC, and can be written mathematically as follows. B sama dengan MPC AC per AY, with description information additional AC consumption. AC sama dengan C2 dikurangi C1. AY sama dengan additional income. AY sama dengan Y2 dikurangi Y1. C1 initial or initial consumption rate. C2 the level of final consumption. Y1 initial income level. Y2 final income level. MPC has a value between 0 and 1, meaning it is always positive. By substituting MPC into the basic equation of the consumption function, the consumption function becomes as follows. C sama dengan A ditambah MPC dikali Y, or C sama dengan dalam kurung AC per AY dikali Y. By paying attention to the equation, it can be seen that consumption is not zero even though income is zero. When income is zero or Y sama dengan 0, then consumption will be equal to or can be written as follows. C sama dengan Y plus ditambah dalam kurung AC per AY dikali 0, or B, C sama dengan A ditambah O 0, or C sama dengan A. Average propensity to consume APC, or average consuming tendency, is the ratio between the level of consumption of C and the level of disposable income of Y when the consumption is carried out. Average propensity to consume APC. The tendency to consume the average APC can be expressed by using the following formula. APC sama dengan C per Y. Number 5. The example. The amount of consumption of a person before having an income is Rp500.000 per bulan. However, after working and earning an income of Rp1 juta, the level of consumption has increased to Rp700.000 per bulan. Then, the amount of consumption of the person is answered. K sama dengan 1000 is now A sama dengan 500.000, Y sama dengan 1 juta dikurangi 0 sama dengan 1 juta. C sama dengan 700.000 dikurangi 500.000 sama dengan 200.000. MPC sama dengan C per AY sama dengan B. B sama dengan dalam kurung 200.000 per 1 juta sama dengan 0,2, or B sama dengan MPC sama dengan 20%. The consumption function is C sama dengan 500.000 ditambah 0,2 Y.
Definition of saving. Saving can be part of the income of a person, company, or institution that is not spent on current consumption. Saving describes the ability and willingness of the income owner to hold back some of his desire to consume. Savings are usually kept in the form of deposit in bank, financial institution, or used to acquire financial assets such as stocks, bonds, and others. By deferring spending on consumption, savers can increase their future income through dividends or interest. The relationship between disposable income and saving is called saving function. The saving function is a curve that describes the nature of the relationship between the level of household saving in the economy and the national income of the economy. Factors that affecting saving. 1. National income distribution. If the income distribution of the community more, the higher consumption expenditure of the community will be. 2. Public wealth in the form of liquid tools. The more liquid assets there are in society, with the same level of income, there is a tendency for the amount of consumption expenditure to be greater than in a situation where there are few liquid assets in the community. 3. Income will be received in the future, or expected income. Expected income will affect the amount of current consumption expenditure. The greater the expected income, the greater the consumption expenditure. 5. Versus the lower the expected income, the smaller the consumption expenditure. 4. Total population. The population will affect the consumption expenditure of a society. An economy with a relative large population, spending on consumption will also be greater than an economy with a smaller population, even though the national income of the two communities is the same. 5. Highest income ever achieved in the past. Public consumption expenditure are also influenced by the highest level of income they have ever achieved. 6. People expectation or expectation of price change. If it is estimated that price will rise, then people have a tendency to use their money to buy goods or service, even though people's incomes do not change. This, the consumption function will this upward. 7. Tax structure. Progressive taxes can lead an increase in the consumption function, and a change in the tax structure will affect the function of public consumption. 8. People attitude toward thrift. The actual function of public consumption is much influenced by the habit and behavior of the people themselves toward thrift. The more frugal a society is, the lower its MPC will be. 9. Appetite. If people have a declining appetite for consumption, the short-run consumption function shifts downward. 10. Socioeconomic factor. For example, socioeconomic factors are like age, education, gender, occupation, family circumstance. This will affect spending consumption, which causes a shift in the consumption function. 11. Capital gain or loss. Capital gain is an increase in the net profit from capital will increase capital consumption, but a loss of capital will reduce consumption. The last one is interest rate. The interest rate will affect the level of consumption. The higher the level will tend to reduce the level of public consumption. Meanwhile, the lower the interest rate will tend to increase the level of public consumption. Saving function is equal minus autonomous consumption plus marginal propensity to save multiplied disposable income. Average propensity to save or APS is amount of saving in disposable income. APS have a formula that APS equal saving divided disposable income. And the next one is marginal propensity to save or MPS. MPS means saving change because of a disposable income change. MPS have formula, which is MPS equal saving change divided disposable income change. This is the example for saving function. At first, Mr. Mardan have income amount of 1 million. With consumption function C equal 150,000 plus 0.70y, that his income get increased until 3.5 million. So, how much Mr. Mardan can save his income? The solve is we use y equal c plus s, which means s equal y minus c. S equal 3.5 million minus 150,000 plus 0.70 multiplied 3.5 million. And then S or saving can be 3.5 million minus 150,000 plus 2.45 million. So saving equal 3.5 million minus 2.6 million, and the result is 900,000. And this is a saving curve. There is 2 points. The first one is the point when your first income, which means it can be 0 or your first income, and then you can doing saving. And when your income can increase, it can make the point 2, and after break-even point you can doing saving, like in this curve. Now we discuss about comparison of MPC or marginal propensity to consume and MPS or marginal propensity to save. MPS is comparison saving with disposable income, and MPC is comparison consumption with disposable income. So between MPS and MPC have connection that we can prove with function. The function is MPS plus MPC means 1. So MPS plus MPC is complementary.
Investment is effort to purchase capital or goods that are not consumed but goods that are used for future production. There is a close relationship between consumption, saving, and investment. If the consumption rate is high, the saving rate will be low. Low savings will have an impact on reducing the number of loans. This will make it difficult to invest from loans. The relationship between investment, saving, and consumption can be written like this. Y sama dengan C plus S, Y sama dengan C plus L, S sama dengan L. Factors influencing investment. 1. Forecast of future economic condition. 2. Technological change and development. 3. Marginal efficiency of capital or MEC. 4. Rate of return on investment. Number 5. Political stability of a country. 6. Interest rate. 7. Company advantage. Investment function is L sama dengan F dalam kurung I. L sama dengan LO dikurangi P kali I. L sama dengan investment. LO sama dengan autonomous investment. I sama dengan interest rate. The proportion of L to I. Example. PT Sejahtera invest by showing the investment function L sama dengan 250 dikurangi 500I. And A. How much investment if the applicable bank interest is 20%? And B. How much investment if the applicable bank interest is 40%? And C. Draw the investment curve. Answer atau jawabannya yaitu A. I sama dengan 20% atau 0,2 dan L sama dengan 250 dikurangi 500 dikali 0,2 sama dengan 250 dikurangi 100. Hasilnya yaitu 150. B. I sama dengan 40% sama dengan 0,4. L sama dengan 250 dikurangi 500 dikali 0,4 sama dengan 250 dikurangi 200. Jawabannya adalah 50. C. The investment curve atau gambar kurva investasi. Seperti yang dapat dilihat pada layar, untuk garis tegak yaitu I atau tingkat bunga, sedangkan untuk garis mendatar, L atau investment. Seperti yang kita ketahui bahwa the investment function atau fungsi investasinya adalah L sama dengan 250 dikurangi 500I. Dan diandaikan jika I-nya adalah 0, jadi untuk L-nya adalah 250. Lalu seperti yang kita ketahui pada jawaban dari soal A dan B, bahwa pada soal A yaitu I-nya adalah 20% atau 0,2 dan L-nya 150. Nah, itu diberi titik temu pada garis tegak di 0,2 dan garis mendatarnya pada 150. Sedangkan pada soal B yaitu I-nya adalah 40% atau 0,4 dan L-nya adalah 50. Itu juga diberi titik temu pada garis tegak di 0,4 dan garis mendatarnya pada 50. Maka pada garis mendatar atau L di angka 250 ditarik lurus ke garis tegak atau I di angka 0,5.